Hey folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Nerd and Proud of It, and Destiny has brought you to my channel to help me add this unlimited Meekstone to my unlimited collection. It is my 4th anniversary on YouTube, and I'm making a lot of videos celebrating that with issues, topics I enjoy and hopefully you enjoy as well. Magic videos, some interviews, sorcery videos, summaries, and today we're going to add an unlimited card to the binder, which is something that is very dominant on this channel and has been since the beginning. These were my first videos, completing collections, and especially the Antiquities collection, the Unlimited collection, these collections. I am still a set collector and I enjoy set collecting, and I want to talk a little bit about Unlimited today, especially about the rares and about dual lands, because dual lands are something very special and something very unique. We're going to flip to the binder where this wonderful Meekstone I got from Savannah Line for my 4th anniversary on YouTube is going to find its eternal home. But we're gonna have a look at a couple of cards here and there. In general, Unlimited, the set is deemed to be the cheapest of Alpha, Beta, and Unlimited, of course, because the print run is the highest. Still, some rares are super difficult to find. Rares, iconic rares, like the Balance or Blaze of Glory. For a near mint balance, you can easily pay $100 and more, maybe even $140. And the same goes for some other cards. Even an Unlimited Disenchant probably sets you back a couple of bucks. Same goes for cards like Counterspell, which are very iconic and very playable, of course. These cards can easily, in near mint condition, set you back $100 or $110 for an uncommon, because they are so iconic, and yeah, some people want to have 4 in their decks. Iconic cards like Savannah Lion here. The gifter, is that a word? The person who gifted me this unlimited Meekstone can also easily set you back more than $100. Don't even mention currently Power 9. It's crazy. It really is. Swords to Plowshares, also an uncommon, as popular and sought after for old school decks as the Counterspell. Don't mention Copy Artifact, Brain Guys here, which are obviously reserved list cards and therefore very popular. And popular card, Copy Artifact, is of course a popular card as well in Commander, because it is an excellent card. It just copies the artifact you have in play for 1 blue and 1 colorless. Couple of $100 if you want to find, maybe at the moment 250 or whatever. I don't know. I think that's a lot of money for an old school rare and an old unlimited rare. And some of them are even more expensive. So if you go through this binder, even cards like the Mahamoti Jin, even cards like the Psionic Blast, and yes, of course, the infamous Time Walk here, which is a couple of $1,000, which is crazy, are very expensive. Power 9 in general, like the Time Twister here, or iconic rares like the Vesuvian Doppelganger, are demanding a much higher price than you would think. Same goes for like a Dark Ritual, because you want to have 4 of these unlimited cool Dark Rituals in your old school deck. Probably you're gonna pay about $10-15 each, depending on the condition. Yeah, folks, here, Royal Assassin, another one of those iconic cards, very expensive cards, very cool cards. It's crazy. As you see, the binder is shaping up nicely. All these pages are complete. Try to find a nice condition Sheevan Dragon in Unlimited. Crazy stuff. All these pages are, same goes for Birds of Paradise. Crazy difficult to find. Wheel of Fortune, also very difficult to find. All these pages are complete except for the Life Lace, which probably is one of the cheapest rares in Unlimited, but it is what it is. Then we come to the power cards like Black Lotus and of course the 5 Moxes here. It is definitely crazy how expensive these are. I remember just a few months, maybe even 1-2 years ago, everybody was like, yeah, everything is going to zero. You could get the MOX for like a MOX Pearl for 1,500, 2,000 bucks. If you now want to get a MOX Pearl for 2,000 bucks, you probably won't find one. If you want to get a MOX Pearl in near mint or very good condition or excellent condition, probably even a MOX Pearl sets you back 2,800 bucks. It is crazy. And I hear people like, oh, nobody cares about vintage, nobody cares about the reserve list. Maybe not a lot of people care, but the people who do care actually pay good money for these. So these are quite sought after. If somebody shouts, everybody wants modern, everybody wants sealed collector boxes, have a look at what the people are not pointing to. And that is these old cards. I'm not saying there is a rage and you won't get these and it's crazy, but a MOX Sapphire in very good, excellent condition can easily be 4,000 bucks again, maybe even a little more. And a Time Twister can be 5,000 bucks in near mint condition or more. And the Black Lotus again is easily 10,000 bucks. And it's not that, oh, look at these expensive cards. I don't care because I have a lot of these cards for 30 years. But cards like this suddenly seem to be more sought after again. And I think that is something people should be aware of. Gauntlet for 500 bucks. Chaos Orb, 1,200 bucks. It's not that you get these cards for like, yeah, very cheap at the moment. Time World, couple, maybe 1,200 bucks as well, 1,000 bucks maybe. It is still crazy when I think that everybody is very much saying that vintage is dead. It doesn't seem dead to me when I look at the current sell-through in the market and at the current prices in the market. It really doesn't seem dead to me. Vintage seems to me very much alive. And then we are coming to these folks. The dual lands. I recently got the Tundra, how you want to pronounce it, I don't care. Very, very expensive. Probably around 800 bucks. In very good condition, maybe even 1,000. Then I did look at the underground sea here. You have to think a little bit. 1,200, 1,300 bucks, maybe even 14, 15 in very good condition. That is super expensive for a dual land. And of course you can get it for 6, 7, 800 bucks in revised, about half the price. But still, I think that is definitely crazy. Because these cards were deemed to be like going to zero. Yeah, dual lands, they're going to zero, get them later, don't get them now, nobody cares. I'm still trying to get a Volcanic Island. There are a couple on the market at the moment, I see. So people maybe have terminated their collection or whatever, so yeah. But for a nice Volcanic Island, you pay about 1,200 bucks. Then we got the Scrubland here that's still missing. That's one of the not so expensive ones, but a nice unlimited Scrubland will probably set you back 600 bucks as well. It is crazy, folks. Unlimited duels, even revised duels, are very stable, very steady, very expensive, and they don't seem to be going to zero. At least that's my experience, and that's me looking at the market and what the market is doing. Form your own opinion. But everybody who wants to get some of these will probably say the same thing as I do. Don't underestimate how sought after these very, very cool, very iconic cards are. Plateau. Not even one of the expensive ones normally. Unlimited Plateau is a little more expensive and sought after because of the different artwork by Drew Tucker. In revised, it has another piece of art. So in revised, you probably get like a 200 buck Plateau, which is in okay condition, and then you can put it in your commander deck, one of the easy ones to get, right? I mean, if you buy a new collector booster box, it sets you back a couple of $100. If you buy a normal booster box, it currently sets you back 150 bucks, then you could almost buy one of those plateaus. But if you want to get an unlimited one in the mint condition, it can easily be 600, 700, 800 bucks as well, even for a plateau. So don't underestimate the unlimited nor the revised dual lands. If you really are crazy and you want to get a beta or an alpha dual land, it's a couple of $1,000 for a beta one, and even the double, maybe 5,000, 6,000 bucks for a nice alpha dual land. Don't fool yourself. That's a lot of fucking money, and people are really paying it. I see cards selling through, not every day, but maybe every week. And of course, there are not a lot of sales with these kind of cards. I don't think you can compare this to other cards, because there are simply not a lot on the market, and the pool of people that is wanting to get these cards is limited, but that pool is still very active. And then on the other hand, you see a lot of cards of a certain collectability or a certain set like unlimited hit the market at any given time because, or at a certain moment, because maybe somebody has terminated their collection. And then you think, hey, people are getting out or whatever. But that collection is selling through with the big retailers, at least over here in Europe, and I think I see it on Card Market as well as on TCG Player as well, that these cards are selling and that people are looking for, especially volcanic islands, especially underground seas, especially tundras and tropical islands, because everything with blue is very sought after. And all the others are definitely selling through as well. I wanted to talk about that today, folks, because I think it is very important. And then if you have a look at duplicates, like for example, like I mentioned, the copy artifact, super expensive now. I'm very happy I got a playset, which is very cool for an old school deck, 4 old copy artifacts, unlimited. I'm still for years trying to find a 4th very nice Vesuvian doppelganger, which is crazy to me that these cards, that this card, particularly this card, maybe because it's Quinton Hoover and people love the artwork, maybe in particular this card is very difficult to find. A couple of $100 for an unlimited Vesuvian doppelganger. And of course I want to get 4 because that is really cool for an old school deck. And I like having playsets, as you know. Folks, we're going to add this beautiful Meekstone after this conversation about unlimited. Don't underestimate fucking unlimited. If you are able, go for beta instead. And if you are really rich, go for alpha. Because alpha is still very much museum quality piece cardboard, which Rudy often says. And he kind of moved away a bit recently. And I don't get it, because he must see as well that these cards are still sought after. And he calls himself the only Timmy that is still buying old cards, which is definitely not the case, because this Timmy definitely, this nerd definitely gets the old cards still often as I can. I simply can't afford a lot of these cards nowadays. And back in the day, like a few years ago, it was a little easier to add a card every month. If I can add a card every 3-4 months now to this unlimited set, then I'm very happy. But as you can see as well, I'm not missing a lot, and I'm missing some of the heavy hitters, of course, with the dual lands and with some of the rares, like the more expensive rares like Winter Orb and so on. So it's getting more and more difficult. If I can add a Life Lace, yeah, probably could add that next week, but I think it's funny that's still missing. But maybe that's $15 or whatever, 10, 15 bucks, I don't know, depending on the condition. Long story short, folks, this beautiful Meekstone here. And we're gonna make a nice thumbnail here. So everybody knows that we're talking about very cool unlimited cards here. So a nice thumbnail with dual lands and Meekstone. But this beautiful Meekstone, tropical tundra, underground and volcanic. This beautiful Meekstone is a very cool gift by Savannah Line, who is very alert and knows what cards I'm still missing in my unlimited set. And it is a beautiful, beautiful copy, which I'm very, very happy about, very thankful for. So thanks a lot for having me, or enabling me, to add another really, really cool card to my unlimited collection. And I think we're down to like 13 cards. All right, everything is there except for the life list. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. That means we're down to 12 cards for the unlimited set. Now I have to have a look. That's Mana Vault. The Meekstone should be here, and then a Mox, right? Yes, that is definitely how it is. Another one down, folks. Not a lot more cards missing. Very, very cool. Super excited every time I can add a card to the collection, especially a very cool rare card like this. Folks, nice frame to end on. Few cards missing here. Some very, very cool ones. I love it. Yeah, super awesome. Wooden Sphere, so that's the Winter Orb here. What's the other M? I'm not quite sure. Meekstone, Mox. I want to say... No, Millstone has not been part of Unlimited. It has been added in Revised, and that should be somewhere here, of course, when it is alphabetically. What is it? Not quite sure. Think about it. Let me know in the comments which card is missing here. Awesome, awesome frame to end up on, with very, very iconic cards, and cards I love very, very much. I think it is possible to complete the Unlimited set. And of course, not everything in here is high-end, near mint, whatever. Some cards are played, some cards are light played. A lot of cards are good to excellent condition. But in general, it's a set I love, and it's a set I want to complete. And we're getting there with the help of you guys, with the enthusiasm of the nerd and proud of it companions, champions, how you want to call it, it doesn't matter. You know who you are. A lot of you guys sent me cards over the years for this. Of course, not always rare, but still some commons, some uncommons here and there. Always, always welcome. And I was always very happy about that. Folks, about 15 minutes in. I think it's okay today. We had a nice chat about Unlimited, about the rares, about the dual lands. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will join me in the next 4-year anniversary video sometime this week. There's a live stream coming up with some friends. Check that out. And in general, there's a lot more Magic the Gathering and sorcery content, and maybe even some other content coming up for the 4-year anniversary. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you give me the, how do you call this? You give me the enthusiasm and happiness that you like the videos. And yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and do what you do. And yeah, leave a comment here and there. That helps a lot as well. Stay healthy, folks. Stay frosty. Thanks a lot for listening. I talk to you next time. Bye-bye.